is saying that's how much it costs to get a panda costume head.
Oh, I was wondering. All right, thanks.
Welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Chris Yee.
I'm Joey Evans.
We've gone up slightly in energy since this morning. I don't want to go too high because
No.
we're saving that for number one.
Oh, we have to get more excited each time that we go up a number.
I want you to overact a little more.
Oh, my goodness.
On each one.
We are setting the bar right
So
now.
start at a low key. Go
Let
up.
me start here.
Okay, so first, we want to say thank you to some of our Kickstarter backers. We want to say
Yay!
thank you to Martin Clarebot,
Absolutely.
a man of the meeple,
Yes.
Brent Wayne Waters and Hope Waters,
Thank you.
Chantal Passant, and Kevin LeMay from Montreal. Dice Tower West was awesome.
Thank you.
It
Joey
was.
and Miranda, Juan, Carlos, and Allison,
Nice.
Excellent.
Ethan,
Thank you.
the voice, Haley,
Ooh,
He has a good
Ethan.
voice.
the Carpenter family.
Oh, I like their music.
I do too.
I like their movies.
Alan Regelston. And thanks to Tom Hazel over in Samamamish.
You almost made it.
Samamamish. Samamish, Washington, for supporting us.
I think a key
He's
got
over
stuck.
1,500 board games in his collection and has been playing board games since the 70s.
Wow.
Very nice. Now, they named a whole town after you,
1500.
Samamish.
I would like to eat a Samamish. All right.
Maybe
So
a
as you
sandwich.
know, here at the Dice Hour, we take gaming,
Very seriously.
oh my word.
Very
Did you gonna say?
seriously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like to the nth degree.
We don't laugh during games. It's all about mechanics.
We put it on occasionally for live plays.
We do. We act like they're fun, but they're not. This is life.
They're clinical. They
Board
are.
games are life.
Yes.
Is that the shirt? I don't know.
You haven't even watched the show,
Which one?
Ted Lasso.
Is there a show? Those shirts say like football is life or
That's
baseball?
from Ted Lasso.
Oh, well, I've seen the shirt. I have not seen the show.
Oh, I've seen I'm in my dance mom phase. Is that also from Ted Lasso?
see that
It is
East?
not.
I'm in my board game phase.
See that every Dice Tower East.
Or era. I'm in my board game era.
All right, our top 10 list today are stupid games that we love, or stupid games that we like, or stupid but good games, something like
yes,
that.
but see, every time the title changes, it really does change the ones. I
It
would
does
put up.
not
It's
change
like-
the ones.
If this was stupid games that we love, my list doesn't look like that great.
I feel bad saying these games because I like some of these, love some of these, and calling them stupid. I'm like, okay, yes, but I wouldn't say that until now. I have to.
Stupid was in the thing since the very beginning.
I agree.
That
I
part
agree.
wasn't changed. What are you talking
Well, I
about?
agree.
just saying I feel
agree
bad
with the
about
fact. Yeah, gravity exists. I agree.
I agree, but I just feel bad about it. Is what I'm saying.
No, well, here's the thing. I think sometimes a really dumb game is fun to play, and you shouldn't be ashamed of that fact.
But we are sometimes.
We
Let's be
are
honest.
sometimes, and it doesn't hurt that we shame each other,
Right.
especially if they're doing it at the table next to you when you're trying to play, Terra Mystica.
And they're playing just one, and they're like laughing and having.
Just One is not stupid. Just One is
It's not-
quite clever.
Okay.
Just One does not belong on this list.
It is not on my.
It better not be on your list.
It's not on my list.
I would play all of these games in public view, and only one of them would I feel a little bit weird about.
Well, now I want to know.
Let me look up my list here. Yes, I would play. Oh, I have played all these in public.
I have not.
Joey's list is going to be most interesting.
Yeah, I'm really curious.
I
about
played all these with pants on.
that. I have not.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
I like this list. So I'm happy.
Thanks for watching the Dice Tower. Before we jump into our top 10, don't forget to sign up for Dice Tower West. Dice Tower West live registration now. You definitely want to come and join us there, where several of these games are in the library, at least on my list.
And then also...
You may want to bring mine.
That's right. Grip Mats. This is episode sponsored by Grip Mats. Grip Mats, so I like player boards, but Grip Mats are particularly better than player boards.
I agree.
Player mats are better in general, and Grip Mats has so very many. They have an Etsy store. We're going to put a link in the description here so that you can go and check them out and buy all kinds of mats. You just were looking at one. What was the one you were playing with?
So I've been playing with a Brass Birmingham one.
Yeah.
And they make these that are double-sided.
Yep.
So we have one in the office that's Ticket to Ride in Germany on one side, Nordic countries on the other. They are also a sponsor for Board Game Breakfast. So go ahead and watch this. There's an upcoming Board Game Breakfast. There's a video I put together for them showing off the mats and everything. But yeah, their Etsy store has a huge selection. You
And
have
great
their
prices too. I have Marvel United.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
which
one's
is
cool, man.
different. It's nice. It's really nice.
All right. Well, there you have it. We're gonna jump right into these. I didn't really talk to these guys about parameters
No,
of
you
this
did not.
list.
Which is like just kind of let us loose, which is dangerous.
I have
The
to
word
agree.
"good" is in the title.
These are all good.
Why is he on the third page?
I don't know.
I
The
got
top
my
10 list takes one page.
I got my top 30.
Did you write extensive notes on each of
No,
yours?
I accidentally clicked on a really big font. And by the time I printed, I was like, I'm not gonna print it again.
That's not true. You
That's
wrote
your
notes.
ink,
I
Vasel.
did. No, I wrote what I want to say, but it's a pretty big font. You can read it from here if I held it up.
All right, let's get started.
Okay, my number 10.
Someone said it looked weird. My hands were on the table, so I pulled them off.
Oh, really?
This looks less weird.
I have to.
You're right. Good
Wait,
point.
remember.
No
We're going up in
elbows?
energy.
Oh, okay. So my number 10. I gotta set it really low. My number 10 is actually can't do this. My number 10 is actually on my top 100. But I mean, in its essence, this is a stupid game that should not be as fun as it is.
Does it narrow it down from
It's
looking
a
at your
party
top 100?
game. Yeah, I think it's on your top 100 too, and not probably on yours, but you enjoy playing it. And this one is an art game, but you don't have to be an artist. In fact, the worse artist you are, the better and more fun the game is. And this is Telestrations.
It's not my top 100.
It's not in your top 100?
No, I like it a lot, but it's not my top
He
100.
doesn't like fun. Telestrations is pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to put a word down. Everybody's going to draw a picture. And here's like starts a fortune teller. Somebody draws a fortune teller. Somebody guesses baby Jesus. Turns into that. And then the last guess is cannibalism.
Is somebody with a very square head
Yes. I didn't draw that one.
playing each of these games? The shadow?
Okay. That's a phone taking a picture.
That's powdered.
I was going to say Frankenstein, but there's no
I
no
played-
bolts on the
I
side.
What is
played
that
with-
French Toast Man
Played this
from
game
Ren
with
and
Max
Stimpy?
Headroom, and he loved it. Yeah, I know. Okay, so anyway, that's the kind of thing. It's really, really fun, and at its core, I don't even know how you score it. You know, I don't know.
That
if
is correct.
there's-
I've never played when we scored them.
And you just play until you want to stop playing. Right?
Precisely. Yep.
Yeah, and you just pass it around. I will say the only thing that ruins this for me is people that can draw. You know, because I'm like, they're going to nail it every time.
No, people can draw, but also people who are trying to win. So I always tell people when we're playing this game, whatever you see in that picture, write it out. Don't write cat.
Right.
A cat on fire with, it's screaming or whatever.
Yes.
Write what you think it is with detail, and that makes the game better. Because
I agree. And I also don't use the die to roll it. I always say pick a random one, whatever the one is you think is going to be most difficult.
it's best
to draw.
with actually prompts from other games. Games
Oh,
that
I
have
didn't do
funnier
that.
prompts. And
Or
they
just
did
make up
that,
your own. We usually just kind of say like, make up something. Make up a short phrase is usually what we say.
Right,
There's
and
a
that's-
70s, 80s pack we played with. That was pretty fun.
That one was really good, actually. Yeah, Magic School Bus gets some strange pictures drawn.
It's funny. Somebody mentioned bringing out a game night. I don't know if I bring out at game nights. I bring out at parties a lot. I mean, maybe on game nights, but
You're
if you have
right.
a
This
lot
is
of
more
people
like
over.
at house type
You have
thing.
people over, you have friends over, or whatever. I think this is great.
By the way, I worked hard to not make my list all party games.
And not
that
all
was very
dexterity
hard.
games.
Yes.
And not all. Yeah, exactly.
that because it could have been easily that. Right. So Telestrations is my number 10. My number 10.
I have some games on here that are genuinely good games, like high up there in my ratings. This is not one of them, right? I tried to kind of make my number 10 the variance between stupid and good was kind of narrow. And as it gets bigger, that gap between stupid and good becomes larger, right? How
Is
good
your
it is.
list so
and how
mathematical?
stupid it is.
Mine are more stupid towards the top, more good towards the bottom. So,
I
yeah.
didn't mind they're all stupid, but the better I like the game went to the top.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, my number 10 is more on the variance of stupidity is bigger than how good I think it is, but it's still a fun game and all.
This is a lot of buildup. I have no idea what this game is.
Number 10 for me has two names. It's either I'll go with the longer one. Are you dumber than a box of rocks?
Oh.
This is a party game, or this is like a trivia type of a game where the
That's a big box.
so
This-
stupid.
it's so dumb.
That's the box I have.
Right? So there's two rocks in there. You shake up the box after reading a question, right? That the answer is either 0, 1, or 2.
I forgot about this
And
one.
so it'll say something, yeah, how many albums did such and such band put out before, whatever, or like just very inane trivia questions, and you have to try to answer them. And the thing is that it's the first team to get 3 points, the human team, or literally the box of rocks,
It's
Which I've seen win.
a lot.
multiple times.
It's crazy. This is a good one.
Yeah, it's not a great game. It's a good game though, and it's actually pretty fun. And the amount of times I've lost to it is, it's a little disheartening.
Now, you can also play the solo, which I like.
Have you tried
You don't have to tell people if you lost. You're like, I always win.
Now, if you get this game is one of the few features where if you buy 2 copies, you could play a 0-player mode of it. Left box of rocks versus right box.
I like that.
All right. That sounds like a good live stream video.
That's my number 10.
That's a good
box
pick.
of rocks. Or
Didn't
are
think
you
of that
dumber
one.
than a box of rocks?
All right, low energy here. What is my number 10? What is funnier or stupider than pooping? Okay, I could have made a top 10
nothing
list on
funnier
pooping
than pooping.
games.
I want to hear that one, but let's move on.
Oh, I can.
Yeah,
The
I
answer-
know you're number 2.
Tom, the answer is of course diarrhea. That's funnier than pooping.
Gross.
No, that's gross.
Oh, but it's in well.
No, that is
asked.
gross.
You
Is
asked.
this a pooping game?
It is, but it's not about humans pooping. It's about donkeys pooping. This game is called Los Momphos. I'm pretty sure neither of you have ever played this game.
That would be correct.
So
Are they
Los
pooping?
Momphos is from Zoc, and in this game,
Zoc.
you have
Oh, that is fantastic.
so you have 3 donkeys, a gray, a white, and a brown donkey, and they're in a circle around this board. And on your turn, you will roll a die and move one of the donkeys a certain number of spaces, and then you will feed it some discs. Okay? At certain points, a donkey will poop. You then lift the tail, and all the discs come out. But before you do that, each person picks what color they're going to claim. If you pick the same color as someone else, you have to split with them.
You never split the poop.
So it's a memory game, but because
You poop, I split?
because you're
Is that what it
moving
is?
them around the table, it's I poop, you split. Yes,
Okay.
I poop, you sift. Yeah, I'm sure you've had to search for a quarter in your life before.
I have. Or a
All
ring.
right. A ring? I hope not. That's a bad story. Anyway, but the thing is, because you're moving them in a circle, which does nothing, right? It doesn't matter how that they move. It just messes up your mind. And you're like, I think there's a lot of yellows in that one. So I'll pick yellow. But Joey
donkey ate
also
all
probably
corn.
noticed a lot of yellows. So you know what? I'll let them split it and I'll take the red. And then Chris also thought the same thing. So Joey's the only person who picks yellows and gets all of them. It's actually a pretty decent game.
If there's a lot of red, take your donkey to the vet.
Do you then
All right, these guys can't think about the game over the pooping jokes.
do you then refeed the discs to the donkeys? Like Waterworld style?
Yeah. They're donkeys. Who cares?
Okay.
This game, oddly enough, never printed in English.
Yeah. That is translated as the poopers.
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
it
You
makes-
are mocking this. If I said, I have this game set up, we're going to play it right after this,
I would-
you would
100%.
go
I
sit
would
down.
so play it. Yes, that's fantastic.
It's actually a pretty decent game.
that's really
I'm
good
actually
artwork,
thinking
too.
about, now that I did this list, I was like,
Dice Tower Essential.
I should hunt this game down and put it in the Dice Tower library.
Oh, it would get played.
I think it would.
Yeah, I think so too. I would play it. I would have a serious look on my face as I sit there. And, do you guys like Euros?
But the thing is, I mean, there's really a game to it. But there's just something about lifting up that tail and watching all the discs come out.
There is something to it for sure.
That's great.
When I lived in Korea, there was at Lotte World, the world's largest indoor amusement park, there was a donkey there, and you could put a coin in, and it would make a bunch of noises. Then it would shoot a chocolate coin out the rear, and I did it every single time.
Were you an adult at this point?
I was indeed an adult. I did it for the kids,
Sure you did.
even when they weren't there.
I know. I was like you didn't have kids in Korea.
You, Clara?
Number 10, Los Momphos. Okay, a little bit more energy.
It is going to be hard to follow that, by the way. But we're going to stay in the animal realm here. This is one that I actually enjoy, but at its core, it's a very stupid, random game. It does not have goats, but it has donkeys. No, it does not. It does not have donkeys. It has goats. There it is. Wow.
Is this mountain goats?
This is mountain goats.
I don't think mountain goats is stupid.
Oh, I think people get bored when I bring this out. People that want strategy, they're like, this is just rolling dice. This is all it is. And sometimes you have very little choice, and it's just moving those the goats up the mountain, just bumping them off, going to the bottom. It is a very mindless beer and pretzels game that at its core is just rolling dice. I think this is the one game I think BGA exists for, because you can you can play this without really thinking about it. But this game, you know what? It is hit or miss. I love it every time. I have some people that think it's just way too stupid. You're just rolling dice. And that is true. That is all you're doing on this. So I really like Mountain Goats.
You haven't really sold us on like the good part of it yet, but no, I mean I agree. This is a fun game.
I think it's a fun game. I just don't agree that it's stupid. I think it's just a small little roll dice game.
I think it doesn't have a lot of strategy to it. You're bumping a goat off of the top to go back to the bottom. That is all you're doing. But I think for some reason it really grabs me. And this is one game at the end of the night, beer and pretzel style game. This will come out for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think you're underselling a little bit that, there's good choice. You split the dice in different ways. And
you do.
There's that fun tension. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, we're basically saying this is too good a game.
Ah, thank you. Then you're going to love the rest of my list.
You suck.
No, this is one of my favorite games. I really, really enjoy this. So, Mountain Goats.
All right, my number 9 is one that I don't think it made a big splash. I don't think a lot of people talk about it. I don't think you can find it anymore.
It's a mute game.
No poop.
And it's invisible.
Okay. This game has been superseded, I think, by more modern drawing party games. But this one was called Really Bad Art. So in this one, you have to draw, and then people have to guess what the thing is that you drew. It's a formula that we've seen in a lot of party games. But this one gave you 6 seconds to do it. And also the prompts that it gave you were like, you have to draw liberty. You have to draw. Like the things that you were asked to draw were very like high concept things. So they did an incredibly good job of making it so hard to draw in 6 seconds. Your prompts weren't cat or dog or horse or donkey poop or something.
You have to draw a feeling, like a
abstract
thought?
Yeah, draw exasperation or something like that. And so people are doing this as fast as they can. That 6-second timer is incredibly quick.
Cannot do that. I like how you look straight as you draw.
I was drawing you.
This is your portrait.
That's a bit on the nose.
And
big nose, you're correct.
That complaint about good artists can mess up party games and drawing games and stuff.
Yeah.
You cannot be good enough to be good at this game. It's very funny when it hits the table. And I think that games, like a more modern game like Doodle Dash, is a better game.
Yep.
And it better implements this idea where you're trying to draw fast. And that one's one that's more available. But this one for me was just so dumb. And then as soon as I read the cards, I was like, I'm in. I love it.
This is a newer game?
No, this is from 2016.
Huh.
I don't think you can find it anywhere these days.
I mentioned that transparency game that was that one we played, but no, this sounds interesting.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm a horrible artist, so
you'll fit right in.
All right, level 9. All right.
Lower.
No, I'm going to get it real high.
Okay, all right. You better be up and just jumping around and stay on the table for the last one. No, don't do that.
I might. We'll see. Level 9, Hoppa makes a lot of...
Hoppa, okay.
Yeah, Hoppa makes a lot of great, or made a lot. Well, I guess Hoppa's back. They were at Gen Con.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of great kids games that some of them transfer over into being adult games, which they may not be meant for. I don't think you've played this one.
Is this one named after a certain rap artist's #1 hit?
Wu-Tang?
I don't know what we're talking about, so no.
Okay, Hammer Time.
No.
Okay.
I like Hammer Time, too.
Hammer Time is good. Hammer Time is good. Like I said, there's a lot of stupid ones. This one here, I don't remember what the German name is, but the English name is Rolling Gang.
Oh, I have not done this.
Okay, so, that's what it is. Die Kuhlenbande. So in this one, you have a bunch of animals with some widespread legs with magnets on them. You put them in a box, and then you have a marble in that box, and then I'm going to start drawing cards and be like, pig. and you need to make the marble roll through the pig. And then I'll be like, donkey. And then you make the marble roll through the donkey by tilting the box around.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
you're going to suck at it so hard, and we're all going to be standing there laughing at you. And the people at the table next to us playing Eclipse are going to be like, knock it off. It's so stupid. I really like it. The idea that all these animals are standing spread-legged there, you're just rolling the marble in. Obviously, target audience in the picture.
Right.
But I know a lot of adults who played this. And this is more like a 20-year-old thing that this happened a lot. Oh, yes, this is not my top 10 donkey games. I sense a pattern here. Let me check to make sure. Number 8 is not donkey.
Game that almost
It is not.
Game that almost made my list, and it just didn't, is the one from Blue Orange Games, the Slide Quest, where you use the insert of the box, you have these levers, and everyone has to do like the tilt-a-roll type thing.
And there's a lot of games like that, ones with tops and things like that.
The haunted house one, I forgot
But
what
this
that's
one
called.
is funny because
Yeah.
everyone is watching one person, and you think, not so hard, no pressure, until everyone's watching
Oh,
and
I
someone's
hate
like,
that.
That's
Yeah,
great.
it changes big time then.
through the legs of the pig.
Yeah.
Often said in many games.
Oh,
So
every
anyway,
time.
the Rolling Gang is the name
Yeah, thread
of
the
my
pig.
number 9.
Okay, this is actually I think it's the first IP game on this list, and it is a dexterity game, and this one is based on an 8-bit video game. No, it's like less than 8-bit.
Fruit Ninja.
It is
Wait,
not.
less than 8-bit?
Less than 8 bits.
What video game is less
Okay,
than 8-bit?
maybe it's 8-bit. I'm trying to count the bits. No. Okay, you know what? It
You're
is.
counting the bits? What does that even
I
mean?
don't even know.
It's a bit
All right.
action, it's a
It
bit
is
adventure,
based
it's
on
a
an
bit-
old video game, but this is Space Invaders.
That's an
Space-
8-bit game.
Is it?
Yes.
I thought it was really old for 8-bit. So anyway, Space Invaders is pretty much you are launching, or flip ships, either one, but you are launching your little discs into the mothership. And as you're going, you are hitting these ships as they're coming down and attacking you. And you can upgrade your ship, and it's really, at its core, you're just shooting over and
Has
over.
anyone at this table ever won this game?
Yes. Well, no, flip ships, not the Space Invaders version.
It's really hard.
It's
really
very
is.
hard.
Because at the end of the day, when I shoot, I'm like, I'm shooting. I think I'll hit in this circle.
Right.
Hopefully, it hits the card here.
I hope to land it on the table.
That's what I'm saying. So if there's a win, to me, there's never skill involved.
No, there's not. I mean, you get the mothership when you aren't aiming for it.
Right.
And you're like, yeah.
Take that, aliens.
What's up now? And you're aiming at this one over here. Yeah, so every time, it just...
Oh, I just played the giant version of this on Saturday. You know
What?
the one they have at
What?
arcades. The big the
the video game.
Yeah, you know the big ones they have at
Oh, you
arcades
played
now.
that one when you sit... Yeah.
They're so good.
Oh, I wanted to play that. I walk by every time. Yeah, this is I love this. This is a very enjoyable game. Again, in the night, very dexterity style game, I guess, but it really comes down to randomness. So, Space Invaders. Still love it.
My number 8 is also an IP game. This is one that from Prospero Hall, RIP. And they've done many stupid themes for games and stuff, but none that worked, I think, quite as well as Fast and Furious Highway Heist.
I thought you were going to say the saxophone game.
Keeping it sexy. No,
I liked this game. You thought it was stupid?
it's themed around the
Have
Fast
you
and the Furious.
seen the movies?
Joey,
Yes.
Shakespearean.
there's a mechanism in this game where if you're standing on the roof of your car that has no driver, by the way, and it gets blown up, the explosion pushes you to safety of the nearest by hood of another car. That's an amazing mechanism, but this movie celebrates how dumb and over the top the action adventure stuff is in these movies. And you're trying to rob all the VHS tapes out of that truck. Or
Is that really what you're doing? VHS tapes?
That was the original movie. That's how old the Fast and the Furious franchise
Wait,
is.
they were robbing VHS tapes?
Or VCR, something like that.
Or Lucky Strikes?
It was pre-DVD technology.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, you're trying to rob the truck. You're trying to shoot your car up ramps and blow up helicopters. This game celebrates the ridiculousness of it, and it's a good game to boot.
Yes, this game went under the radar because I remember playing this thing and I really wanted to dislike that game. Now that's a good game. Did you play it?
Which one? This one? I have not.
It's pretty good. I don't want to oversell it. It is what it is, but it's
Right.
good. It's a good game. I mean, I would call it
No one is
essential.
arguing with you here.
No, I would call it essential. That's a good pick.
Yeah. If you never played it, you're okay. You're gonna sleep.
Oh,
well
I
at
like
night,
the
but
Fast and Furious movie series, but let's not pretend it's like high class art.
That's what this game is. This game has such silly rules.
It's
and-
not fancy.
No, this is based on Tokyo
It's
Drift.
family. It's not based on Tokyo Drift.
All
It's
right,
based on the fourth or I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It's based on some of it. Yeah, Fast and Furious.
All of them.
I have 2 games on my list that have very similar themes. Although there is no game on, some games have. I'm sorry, I need to get a little hot. I have games that are some pretty good themes here.
Wow, you were really. This is only number 8.
Yeah. So anyhow,
Wow. Okay.
in this game, you are a giant who is
liking it.
visiting a local village, and you like fish sticks. Okay, you with me so far?
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
with you.
I have lived this game
You
so
want
far.
the kids
Yes, I'm-
to give you fish sticks.
Yes.
So you shake the igloos that the children are in, listen to the sound of them happily bouncing around inside, so that you can then eat fish sticks.
Hold off. I want to let people know that it's an unfair advantage. Tom clearly plays much stupider games than anyone else at this table.
This game is in the Dice Tower library.
What?
It is. It's called Igloo Pop. That is the theme of Igloo Pop. See that kid? His head hurts because a giant has shaken him around in an igloo. I'm not making that up.
Will Smith from the movie Concussion comes out and just
So what this game is, you have a bunch of igloos, and in each of these igloos, at the beginning, when you first buy this game, you painstakingly seal a certain number of plastic beads inside them. You then have all these igloos in the middle, and you will pick them up as the game goes by, and you will shake them next to your ear and try to guess how many beads are in there. There might be as few as 2, there might be up to 13 or something. You then put that igloo on top of a card. The card might have a range on it, like 7 to 9, or it might just have one number on it. If it has one number on it and you're right, you get points. If it has range, you get fewer points. And then you flip them all over and look at the number on the bottom. It's a good game.
this game sounds like it has range. Yes, it is.
It's in the library?
It's in the library.
So this is the board game equivalent to Fast and Furious as to movies.
I mean, the game is funny. Every time I read the back of the box, I'm like, that's the theme you went with? You don't even need a theme. Just say we're shaking igloos up, okay? Let's not pretend otherwise.
They could have been maracas. They could have been anything. But no, you're on the hunt for fish sticks.
Yeah, you have a discs of your color, and you stick that disc in the front to claim it as yours, and then you stick it on a card, and you hope you're correct. You know what? You can get pretty good at this game. You shake around, you're like, there's definitely only 2 in this one, and then you find out there was 3. But
It does sound pretty cool, though.
it's
You
a
fell-
silly filler
for it.
style game. Yes, this is definitely one that has been played at the retreat. I have taught it at the retreat.
Wow.
Igloo Pop. I think it's on shelf 12. Are you adding a game to your list?
I forgot one, but I'm not going to add it.
Well, and on this kind of list, we all can forget stuff. It's very
Yeah.
easy. So far, everything else that is trash, and I don't think I've missed it.
Okay, good. Then we're going to continue that. This one's a dexterity game again, sort of, but this one uses rubber bands. And I love zombie-themed games, but you combine them to rubber bands. That gives you World Z League. World Z League is pretty much you get to set out like you're gonna play this big skirmish game. You have terrain, you've got little zombies you're gonna put peeking out the window. Then you step back a few paces, you get your rubber bands, and you just start popping you some zombies.
See, this is one where I actually think the game is bad.
But the zombies also have points.
But they're really hard to knock over.
They're really hard to knock over because they're hiding and they're zombies and they move.
Yes, because that's what zombies do. They're like,
Who's a koi zombie?
They're dressed in basketball jerseys. Look at the one with Michael Jordan jersey in the front. It's a lot of fun. And
well,
again,
I mean, if you think about it, Michael Jordan probably
is a
did
zombie?
turn into a zombie. if the world turned into zombies right now, there should be more famous people as zombies.
Yeah, but I don't know zombies
Fair.
that can run and jump.
Only Marvel was brave enough to go there.
Right.
Yeah, you think that the NBA would have a zombie league by now?
Give him time.
Okay.
No, Marvel wasn't the only one. Bill Murray was a zombie, remember?
He was.
No, he was faking it.
Oh, yeah, he was. Spoiler. But yeah, so this is fun. This is you set it up. It comes with those little buildings there, and you kind of have them peeking out the side. And like you can do it half showing, whether it's a top half or side half. And you get back and you just start launching rubber bands. And towards the end, you're not really keeping score a lot. But it's because it's really about shooting those zombies.
Because no one has knocked any over yet.
It is hard if you're not good at rubber bands.
I will say I recorded some footage. I don't remember if we did anything with it, but Mike and Camilla were trying to knock these things down for about 5 minutes, and I knocked one down on my first shot. I'm like, I feel pretty good about this. I have never knocked one down since then.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not being silly, folks who are watching. I really think you shouldn't buy this game. I think they're too hard to knock over.
You mean because you cannot aim them, or you hit them and they don't fall?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, they fall when I hit them.
Well, you're shooting from.
Do you
this
throw
far.
them, or do you
You're
actually
playing
shoot
with your
them?
daughter, and you're like, all right, we have a 6-inch thing.
You step back, but my reach is longer than hers, just so you know. So I have but this game is
pulls
fun.
out the big ones we use for box covers.
Yeah. Knock the
This is
entire
my
building over.
crossbow bolt.
Oh, yeah, this is World Z League. So shooting rubber bands at zombies. Huge
All right.
plus.
My number 7 is a little bit more tame of a pick, but really the premise of this game is very stupid. When it was taught to me, I thought, I don't think this game's even going to work. There's a little card game called Trio, or originally Nana in its Japanese release, but this is what you can find. When someone said, hey, this is basically Go Fish, but you can only ask people for their highest card or their lowest card. I thought, well, this game will break at some point, surely, but it just always works, and it always works very well for me. I have a lot of fun with it. You have a handful of cards, and you can only ask for your cards out of your own hand, cards out of other people's hands, or there's a little bit of memory match type stuff on the table. But that thrill of like finding a 1 face down on the table, and you're like, ooh, the other one is in my hand, and the third one is either in Tom's or Joey's.
It's not in Tom's hand, and you know why? I'm not playing the game.
You don't like Nana?
I really dislike this game.
Really? I didn't know this was the same thing as Nana.
It's memory match.
It's memory match, but just that little bit of
I'd
extra.
rather play Los Monfos.
Yeah, everyone would rather play Los Monsters.
That's what I think this game is.
Yeah, you can't just
game
drop
of
that.
Los
Be like, you don't like Fast and the Furious? Yeah, I'd rather watch like a really great movie.
Citizen Kane? Save yourself.
No. I made fun of Citizen Kane earlier today, and I'm going to let that one person who commented very strongly think that I really don't like it.
I think it's trash.
No, I really like Trio. I think that it has almost no rules, sounds silly, sounds like it shouldn't work at all, and a few minutes into it, everyone's having a good time, saying, let's deal it up again and play. I played this with my family until like 1 o'clock in the morning when I visited Vegas. So I've had so much success with it.
I have not played this. I played Nana. It's the same game?
It's the same game.
Okay.
Yep.
I will admit I'm in the minority on this one, so. All right. My number 7 game was almost destroyed by COVID. So,
Pandemic.
and this game still gets pulled out at this one's also in the Dice Tower Library. I like keeping my stupid games in the Dice Tower Library. Thank you very
Trio's in
much.
the Dice Tower Library.
Huh?
Trio's in the Dice Tower Library.
Oh.
I do that because I don't just pick games I like.
Nah.
It proves I'm right.
Hey,
No, it proves that I'm merciful.
2 of mine are in there.
Anyway, my number 7 is a game which is a race game, but you also blow on it. This is Marble Bobsleigh. Have either of you played this one?
No.
Not played it. I've seen it.
Okay.
I've seen it set up, and I go,
So-
oh, man, that looks fun.
So this game, let's show the board here. Right? So look, that's it. It's a racing board, and you have these marbles, and you say ready,
Big
set, go,
board.
and the first marble to get down to the middle wins, but you are allowed to blow on your marble to make it go faster.
What?
That is correct. So for some reason, no one wanted to play this in 2020 or 21. I don't know why. But it still gets played at conventions now. It's ridiculously dumb. It doesn't sound like it should work. It's too big of a box to take up it takes up the space of 2 games in the library.
It
And yet
does.
I've kept it because it's so dumb. I love it. Marble bobsled.
Is there a straw? You just blow on it.
No. Oh, is there a
You're
straw?
supposed to use a straw?
Same straw for everyone?
That seems to take away a lot of the strategy. I'm sorry to break it to you, Roy.
I don't use a straw. I use the Hurricane Tycoon Breath.
Here's the thing. For the library copy, though, you have to bring your own straw. So I hope everyone's ready for
No.
that.
There's 2 straws in the game. You share.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah.
It's 4 players.
We change them out twice every other year.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Seems legit.
Twice every other year.
Germs can't live on plastic.
Well, I was gonna say something different. They're glass. They're fine.
Oh, yeah. Glass for sure they can.
No paper. I'm sorry. We're trying to be.
Gross. Oh, that got even worse. Who's chewing on it? Oh.
Let's end there.
All right, halfway energy.
Halfway energy. Okay, this one right here. This was a game I was really excited about because I knew it was not going to be very good. Finally was able to track it down. This was a grail game for me at one point. And I walked out the last bash.
This doesn't surprise me at all.
No. Jason was walking out of our house and he saw it going to the bash. He goes, we need to play that. I wanted to play this game. So I brought it. I played it, I think the last bash or 2 bashes ago. But the year is 1979. You're camp counselors and you're running from a killer named Otis. And this is Camp Grizzly. Camp Grizzly is pretty much you are living through a B movie. And this game...
Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah, yes, totally different. But I actually switched out some of the characters for Scooby-Doo.
They're making
Okay.
You want them to die?
No,
What's wrong with you?
I did. Okay. I dumbed it down a bit for our daughter. So, yeah.
Do they still die? I don't think that helps.
Okay, I took out some cards as well. So pretty much the whole thing is you are going around and you're trying to find weapons and things, and the whole time this killer is chasing you. But it's so tongue-in-cheek with every horror movie trope you have. Like at one point you'll get different weapons, but you might get guitar as a weapon. Here we go. The acoustic guitar as a weapon that you can use as a weapon. However, he keeps chasing you because you keep playing it. So it's called Kumbaya, and he will chase you over everyone else.
Is that Chucky in the picture? No, that's just
it looks. There's John the Carpenter. So you can find different cameos throughout it. And
wow, they didn't even try with that one.
They really didn't. They really didn't. This game is not about trying right here. This game is
not about trying.
This is like we are going to put every trope into this cheesy B movie. Now the game is far overpriced. Van Ryder's tried to bring it back and different people, but the guy's just not letting them. But it's a lot of fun, tongue-in-cheek fun. And Mike Haller actually played the game too. So it's crazy. It's not in the library, but it should be.
They're making a 2nd edition.
I would be all over that.
I'm not kidding.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Don't do this to me.
I'm not doing this to you.
I'm very happy if this is true.
But I don't remember who is. I just got an email last week.
Did you? Because this game is going for like $1,000 on eBay. It's silly. It's not worth that, clearly, because it is a stupid game.
Wait, you have one?
I do.
50-50?
This is a great game. Ish, but stupid. Camp Grizzly.
I bet we can get more than 1,000. He has some Scooby-Doo miniatures in there.
Oh, that's
I
true.
do have those.
1,050 cents. Okay, my number 6 is going to be one where, as well, a marble is trying to fall down to the end of a track, but it is not a crossover with you, Thomas. This is a little game in the Itten Fun Brick series called 3 Second Try.
Okay, this is a good choice. I didn't think of this one. I like this one.
This one's ridiculous, right? So the little track that you put a marble, you release it, and it goes tick, 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 and it snaps onto a magnet at the bottom there. You have 3 seconds to basically auction off almost, like real time. Everyone's trying to claim how often they can do something or how fast they can do something. So there's challenge cards like name different colors. And so like, how many different colors do you think you can name in 3 seconds?
6.
And I was at 5, right? And Joey says
2.
Okay, very smart. So
that was the worst reverse bidding I've ever seen. 6 wins.
But here's the thing, right? Tom drops the marble at the top of the track. And
Red, blue, green, yellow, brown, orange. Purple. Oh, the marble already snapped on the magnet.
Marble snaps. So the reason I went lower than you is because I could probably Marble Snap. I could probably do 5, especially because I'm hearing you go first. I'm just going to steal your colors and say them. And one of the great rules is you have to grab the marble from the track before you let it magnetize to the little nib on the bottom.
It's a good way to solve the arguments on that.
Yeah, did you do it in time or not, right? It snaps onto that magnet at the bottom.
I like this a lot. I just wish the game only had brain cards.
You don't like the physical challenge one. How many jumping jacks?
Yeah,
can you do?
trying to jumping jacks, I'm like 0. I don't feel like participating in this challenge right now.
That's how I am on this, yeah.
I think Roy, Wendy, and I played this on like the final hour of the retreat last year as we were all... and Ruthie were. So the 4 of us were just kind of like passing that last half hour before like our time to clean up. We're just tired at the end of a long convention, and that's like the perfect time to pull out a game like this, I think. So yeah, 3-second try.
Yeah, this is a good one. I forgot about this one.
All right, my number 6.
Ooh,
We're getting there, baby. Okay, so this is the same theme, almost, as the Igloo Pop game.
Really? Fish sticks?
No, this one is also about dumping people around human beings, except this time
You're donkeys.
You are pouring these humans out of a cup onto a table so that you may then play an economic game.
This one is one I forgot on my list.
Oh, would you have put it on, you think?
I would have, yes.
All right, this game is called Shoodles. It is also in the Dice Tower library, and this one I play.
What is the matter with you? You're really selling the library to everyone now.
Hey, I actually, here's the thing.
Look, for every Dune Imperium, there's a Shoodles.
I told you as these go up, I think the games are better. I think Shoodles is a very good game.
Okay.
So what it is you have a cup with a bunch of pawns in it, and you are, with one quick turn of the cup, you pour out a certain number. So you're trying to pour out a certain number. You want to pour out maybe 1 is really good or 12 is good. I think there's 13 in there. If you pour out all 13, you suck and you have to throw money in the middle, which someone else is going to get. And whatever number you pour out, that's what action you get. A lot of the actions are you put your tokens on like different houses, and later on, if you roll that same number or pour out that same number, you can take that token off and get money for it. You roll the high numbers, but there's the number in the middle is bad. The extremes are bad. If you pour out everything, which you will often do, then you have to throw money in the middle. And eventually someone will roll that 7 or whatever that gives them all the money in the middle.
I think it's like 12. It's like the cusp of dumping them all out. You get to take everything.
Yeah, you want to dump them all
it's
but
so
one.
amazing.
But you only get one jerk of the hand to do it. It's so stupid, but the game is really good. Also, it's paper money. Like, I don't know anything about this game I like. But together it makes a fun, a ridiculously fun game.
It's a bunch of stupid things that Voltron into like a really solid game, actually.
That's on the side of the box, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, this one also, I don't believe, ever came. This is my second Zoc game. Zoc, if you're looking for really stupid games, Zoc has your back.
No
They're like,
joke.
we got you.
Wow.
But this is one that I've always shown people, and it always goes over well. Not all the games that I think are stupid go over well. This one, people are like, this is actually not a bad game. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's pretty fun. Shoot. This one you should try it.
Okay, all right. So this one.
Well, I don't know if that was more energy than your last one or not.
All right, this one I'm excited about. This one is by a company that I actually.
Drink some coffee.
So I'm really no. I'm saying this for number 1. This right here.
You're not gonna drink.
Screaming, it burns. All right, so
I throw a cup on you. Does that help?
Are you getting
I'm trying to give you motivation.
This one is by Everything Epic Games. This is more of a journey and a storytelling thing, an experience in a game. But I enjoy this. We bring it out fairly often. This is called Grindhouse. This one, you are invited, kind of House on Haunted Hill style.
You know, a lot of your stupid games involve death.
I do. I have noticed that. I think that kind of winds down.
Dumb ways to die.
That's not true. But no, this is pretty much Grindhouse. You get invited House on Haunted Hill style to this house, and you have to go through these rooms. And every time you turn it over, and you've also got, I don't know if I took a picture of them or not, but you've got your person, and you are going to lose limbs as you go. Yeah, you start losing limbs.
Please tell me those pieces come off.
They do. So you start losing limbs, and you can continue to go. So you could be in the last room with only one arm, and everybody else is gone. And
Wait, you're just an arm?
no. You have if you lose your torso, you die. I think you can survive.
I don't have an MD, but I'm going to have to make an assumption here.
I think you can survive a head wound, but it's
You can survive a head wound?
it's so great. And then if the people that die can come back as ghosts because they're mad that you're still alive and further hinder you as you're crawling through there.
Wait, do these cards flip
Yes.
The body parts, sure. Yeah.
Yes.
into a missing body part?
Yes.
Is there blood involved?
Yes, there's a lot of blood.
I really want to see this.
So you have to read how you die on each one. So every time you read it, you're like, it's a huge pool of piranhas. And you go through, it's like you have to choose a body part. They got my leg, they got whatever. And then if you survive and you make it, but it's like you never have all your parts. It's great. And then
That's the name of the game. You never have all your parts.
And the best part is you will have different roles. Like if you're a pianist, you just want to keep your fingers. You know, and it's like it's
Torso be darned.
I lost everything else, but I can still tickle the ivories.
just put me in the chair.
Mike
So,
Heller in the chat says
it's
there is
great.
a Christmas version of this.
I have not gotten that. Yes, there's a Krampus version of this. I know. Live stream.
I'll need to look at the cards first.
So anyway, this is a really fun game.
You turned into Mike Myers there for a second. Live
stream?
Swing.
All right, so good.
All right, my number 5 is on my list. I think in general, it's kind of a silly game, but then there's also a particular variant that I will discuss here. The game is called Gussy Gorillas. This is a real-time game where you have cards facing away from you. You have one card at a time, and everyone else can see everyone else's cards but their own, and you want to try to make trades. It's kind of like Pit in a sense, right? Very frantic, frenetic. Joey, I like your card. I'll trade you my card for yours, right? Give me yours, whatever. And so, and people might look at you and say, I do not want your card. So you can draw a second card, put it into your hand. You still don't know what it is, and you're trying to make deals with people. As you collect cards, you put them in front of you, and if you get two of a kind, they cancel out. Things like that. So you can kind of mess people over with that. There's a variant in the back of the rule book that's called Gorilla Mode or something, where you're not allowed to use human speech. You have to just grunt and
great.
and make "Ooh," sounds like a gorilla.
I don't know if I like that.
The publisher said they play tested that one time and said it's going in. It has to go in. And the fact that this game works even without being able to speak anything at all, just pointing, excitedly nodding your head. I
don't know.
That poor table of Eclipse that has Marble Bobsled and Gussy Gorillas and Grindhouse next to it. They're having a bad time at the con because I'm going to play this.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Okay.
I have not played this one.
Hey, you would enjoy it.
Oh, what? No.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Here it is. Oh.
Okay, so my next game, I am going to, this is still on my bucket list of things to do for the Dice Tower. I'm going to have Joey and Brian, and I don't care who else, play this game live.
Uh-oh.
Because I want to see you guys how well you are at this. I am terrible at this game. This is Cheaty Moth.
Oh.
Or Cheating Moth. Sorry, Cheating Moth. Cheating Moth.
Oh,
Cheating allowed. So in this game, you are playing cards Uno style. And you're trying to get rid of them, but lots of things add cards to your hand. You can get rid of most cards by straight up cheating. The rules essentially say you can get rid of cards any way you want. Drop them up your sleeves, put them in your pocket, drop them on the floor. As long as no one catches you, you're fine. If they catch you, you got to take the card back and draw another card. So I've tried everything in this game. There was one time I was playing with my kids, and I just casually let one of the cards fall to the floor. And at that moment, the whole table stopped talking. And it just sounded like... Because they're like, you dropped the card. Like, I know.
Tom, how many Cheating Moth cards do you have in your hat right now?
Well, that's not the point.
So
I did put some in my hat. The kids are like, let me see under your hat.
But if you get caught cheating, does something bad happen to you? Or
you got to take the card back and maybe get another card. I don't remember the exact things. But that's why I want to see two professionals
Professional liars. Got it.
Well, no, I was using quotes. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. That's better.
I want to see you guys do it, but also catch each other.
That's fun. Yeah, cheat poker is a real thing with magicians, so this would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so it's very entertaining because you like tell your kids you can do anything you want to get rid of the card, and then you'll have kids be like, and you're like, yes, we all just saw that. Okay, I'm glad you're bad at cheating. That's good for your character, but also you're losing the game because some of the cards, the moths in the game, you can only get rid of by cheating.
Oh, got it.
Is this the same company as Cockroach Poker?
It's the same, same company,
Same style.
Yeah,
art
it's the
style
same
and
as
everything.
Cockroach Poker.
Okay.
I like this better than Cockroach
Really?
Poker. Yeah.
Okay.
But this is my number 5, Cheating Moth.
Okay. Uh-oh, why am I getting the look?
Because I didn't want to see energy go up.
All right, this is going to be good. Now, this one is one that I think is, some games are stupid in how you play them. This game is people see it and they're like, I do not like this theme. I don't like the idea of this. But this is a really enjoyable game. I think I play this a lot. This is the only miniature style skirmish game that I will play, and I've played a lot. And this is IP based to one of the greatest movies. There's Citizen Kane, and then there's this movie in every top 10 list of all movies from all time. So, of course, any list will go Citizen Kane, and then it will go Mars Attacks. So this is Mars Attacks, the miniature game.
I believe Mars Attacks had more movie stars in it than Citizen Kane did.
It
also made more movie stars. Let's be honest.
This right here is you get to play the people on Earth or the Martians, and you have to go every time you go at it.
Yeah, what do the Martians sound like in Citizen Kane? No one knows. No one can quote that.
This is a blast because it's also a very rules-light skirmish game. Pretty much you get 3 die. If you can see the entire body, you add extra die. Different weapons add different die. But you get to, these are the only ones that, they're painted in our house. My wife has painted these, put little acrylic things over them. But the whole thing is not all PvP. At certain times, you have to take a dignitary through the Martians. He has to survive. Or you have to get to their ship and upload a virus, totally not stolen from Independence Day, by the way. So there are so many different scenarios that you have to do.
Is there yodeling in it?
This is just a blast to play.
Get along. Woo-hoo.
This is one that I think you guys would like. This one I pick up. There are so many different expansions. I try to pick up the ones I don't have when I see them. It's not in print really anymore. But they have tanks. They have a lot of different little mini expansions for this. So this
was that your stuff that we saw in those pictures?
No. I wish. I painted mine, so you will not see pictures of those.
Got it.
My wife will repaint them eventually.
Okay.
So yes. So those were not. You were going to be impressed, weren't you?
I
was.
I know. Those were not. No. Those were.
We set you up. You could have lied. You're an honest man.
Those were.
You're going to be very bad at the moth game.
All right. I don't want to admit it, but those were mine.
You guys convinced me to tell the truth and come forward.
Oh, look at the shade on those minis. Yes. So anyway, that's good. Mars Attacks.
Oh.
It's a great movie.
My number 4 is a really good game. It's actually genuinely, I forget if it made my top 100 or not, right? This is a good one that people might disagree that I'm calling it stupid, but this is Wandering Towers because at its core, you're covering up little meeples. You're covering up little wooden pieces of color with just these little tower pieces.
They started not endorsing use of meeple in any unauthorized way.
That's all you're doing, right? This is kind of similar to Trio, where there's like this memory type of a thing to it, right? When you describe this game to people, a lot of people go, I don't know if I'm going to like this. It is ridiculous. Why do you get to fill up your potions when you cover up one of the wizards with
Because you get wizard juice, Chris.
That's how I teach it.
You smash a wizard and you get the juice.
I don't think the back of the rulebook says that, right? You're on the hunt for fish sticks is what it says. But it's just something, right? You cover up the little person and then you're trying to guess where it is. And then kind of as you said, Joey, that sometimes the stupidity is in the way that people play. And at some point, someone's going to be like, ooh, these are a lot of towers stacked up on each other. And people around the table go,
Mega tower, mega tower, mega tower.
Is this a thing you guys made up? Because I don't think it's in the rules.
No. That's the thing, though. I've seen multiple groups post up pictures
on their
online.
own.
Yeah, independent of each other, made a mega tower. They're like, yeah, I kind of forgot to win. I was having fun just stacking them up.
And then you get the potions where now we don't no longer play with 2 potions. We play with like 4 or 5 potions because the potions are great. Like the piggyback, when someone comes by, you just go, "You're taking me with you," and you jump in with them, and it's just, oh yeah, this game is great.
You're just alley-ooping wizards into a big tower. Why? I don't know.
It doesn't.
But it manages to feel like a classic Kiesling and Kremer game. And at the same time, its premise is really stupid, and I love it.
I think, I agree with the stupid thing because when you try to explain this to someone, they're going to say no to playing it.
Right.
You know, you're like, but then once you play it, and also the fact that it punishes people that don't pay attention, it has so many things that go with it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't put it on mine because I think it's a great game. But yes, when you describe it to someone, it sounds pretty stupid. Okay, I'm gonna win you over for this.
How?
Because I don't know.
Have you played it, Tom? Is that what?
I played it and won.
He
so you
did.
can't even say I didn't understand the game.
I even let him win to see if he'd like it more. That's what I usually do.
You were really good at that. It was convincing how poorly you played.
It was. I know. I'm really good at that.
So you're saying you just don't like the game?
No, I don't dislike it necessarily. I'm like, that's all. That's the game.
Try the expansions though. It'll change your mind.
I'm sure. All right. My number 4
Woo!
is a game that came out last year. It was supposed to be part 1, and I'm pretty sure there will be no part 2 because I don't think anyone in America bought the game other than me, and I didn't buy it. I got a review copy, and
So you're part of the
German.
problem.
It was a German game, I think. But anyway,
Do you have any American games on your list? We make stupid games too, Tom.
Yes, my next one is American.
Okay, good.
All right. Go back to your Zoc list.
So is the next one. All right. My number 4 is, this is not Zoc. This is Ravensburger, I think. Anyway, it's Spaceship Unity.
That was Berger.
So Spaceship Unity
Oh yeah.
is a game, so that looks pretty serious, right? It's in there's season 1.1 on it. They said they're going to make more. So in Spaceship Unity, you play this at your house. And you are attempting to do things with a spaceship, and you can use, each thing requires the use of something, like a vacuum cleaner or a silverware drawer or whatever it might be. So let's say the circuits are messed up. They're like, okay, put the silverware drawer in front of you. Then it'll be like, all right, so now 2 people at the table, switch all the knives into spoons, and you have 30 seconds. And you're like, all right, so switch all knives, spoons. All right, circuits are now fixed. Now quick, we got attached to the cord. Someone take the vacuum cleaner, go plug it in, turn it on. So they're running across the room, turn it on. It's so dumb. And my kids loved it because everything uses something in your house. And if you don't have it, they'll say, okay, pull one of these generic ones out, to pull it out. Like there was one we actually couldn't do because it required mittens. And we're like, we live in Florida. What's a mitten? But they have some generic ones you can just pull if the actual one for that mission isn't there. But it got to the point where we're like, get the silverware drawer. We know how this one works. There's use an umbrella, spin it around, all kinds of dumb stuff.
Now, this is a fairly new one, right?
Yeah, it came out last Essen,
I
actually.
remember hearing about this and never played it.
Yeah, because you can't play it at a convention really unless, they have it set up there at Essen. They had a bunch of these household things sitting around, right?
That's pretty cool.
So it's a game you have to play at home, but it's just ridiculous. And I liked it. The only negative thing about this game is the story. It has this big, long story and lots of reading. I'm like, who cares? Okay, plug in the vacuum cleaner.
Wow.
It almost made the story part too serious.
Okay.
Interesting. Yeah. No, this is what I've always wanted to play, and I think my daughter's old enough now that she would enjoy like running around the house and actually, I'm just going to convince her. Every story is going to be like, go vacuum your bedroom.
That's the only way to defeat the aliens is to empty the trash now.
I hate game nights. Aww.
Whitewash the fence.
So my number 4, Spaceship Unity.
Nobody already took it.
I'll just go get some. Oh, okay.
Oh.
About to do my number. You can't leave here my number.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Oh.
What's going? I was like,
Because Tom wants some water. All right. Oh, yeah. So, wait, I got some build up first, so let's be thirsty. All right. This one is one that actually hurts my head a lot. I really enjoy this, but this hits the table a lot, especially with our youth group. This is another Dead People. This is Ghost Blitz. Ghost Blitz.
I played this one.
Yeah, this one is a fun
suck.
kind of hurt your head style of game, and you'll notice. Have you both played this?
There's actually two versions. There's Ghost Blitz 2.
I have not tried that one.
Same thing.
Is it okay? That's
Different objects, different cards.
It's pretty much like, okay, you're going to put a card out and you have to grab the item, which is funny how the math works on this. You have to grab the item that is not featured, nor is the color featured in there. Like, for instance, the bottle and the book. No, that's not a book. Is that a book?
Yeah, I'm going to say
That's a book. It's a book, a chair, a bottle, the ghost, and a mouse. A rat, whatever.
So you'll have to see whichever one is not featured on there, you have to grab. And it is one of those that it's even funnier towards the end of the night. It's just a quick. And
It has something to do with the color they are too, though.
Yes. It can't be. You can't have the same.
See, so for example, that. Thanks, Roy.
Nobody noticed.
Okay. No, so like that one with the blue chair with the rat on it. That
Yes.
means blue is also represented, and chair, and rat. So
And-
you're grabbing the bottle. If they're all represented, you might have to grab the ghost or something like that.
And if something is represented exactly, then you grab that first. Like the bottom one, the bottle in the blue book, you grab the blue book.
Right.
Over there, the white rat and the blue chair,
Oh, thanks, Roy.
it's going to be, I think, the green bottle. Yeah. So anyway, so it's a very interesting, it's a fun game end of the night, and you just get to keep the card.
And someone has pointed out almost all your games have horror in them somehow.
They're already done.
There's a ghost.
This is the
This
scariest
is-
of all of your games.
This
really.
is Happy Ghost. This is after Grindhouse. They continue to another game.
Do you think if a happy ghost showed up in your bedroom in the middle of the night, you'd be like, no problem, it's
Oh,
just
cool.
Casper?
No, I wonder when I watch Casper. I'm like, how would I react?
I know how I'd react to be out of the house
I would
really
not
quick.
stay there. Yeah. Beetlejuice, I'd stay.
Two things get me out of the house: ghosts, spiders. I'm out.
Okay, so where are we staying on the way to Gen Con next year?
Call back.
Yeah, so anyway, Ghost Blitz, really fun, very quick, light game, and enjoyable.
All right, for my number 3. Sorry, let me try. All right, for my number 3. And to get more excited here, we're going to mix together 2 games. Everyone's favorite, tic-tac-toe,
Oh.
mixed with, now this is going to make it better, rock, paper, scissors.
Lizard Spock.
Yeah. This game is called Rubber, Paper, Scissors.
I considered this one.
I did not.
Thank you, Joey, for that clarity. If you haven't played this one, I'm
I have not.
assuming.
No,
All
I have
right.
not.
So
It's a great cover, though.
it really is. I love this kind of silly, goofy theme to it. But yeah, you are playing 9 games of rock, paper, scissors. That is the point of the game, right? Whoever's the winner of the rock, paper, scissors match, technically rubber, paper, scissors, gets to select one of the 9 areas of the tic-tac-toe board. So on the next slide here, you're going to see that there should be like a little tic-tac-toe board. And this is the end game state where you're trying to get 3 in a row and stuff. But there's also tokens on there, and you can collect either a face-up visible token,
Okay.
or you can put your color marker, blue or orange, on that spot, or you can take the face-down token. Guess which one gets selected the most?
Face down token.
If you're playing with Tom Vasel,
Always. And I'll tell you why, because there's 3 crowns. And if you get all 3 crowns, you automatically win. However, you take some tokens out at the beginning of the game without knowing. So getting 2 crowns might be just trash.
yeah.
Really?
And the other ones are like there's like actual points and stuff to the game. You get points if you make 3 in a row and stuff.
I played a game with my son where I had all of them in there. He took tokens every time, right? So I had, because he had 2 crowns and he was looking for that 3rd crown and what didn't exist. So at the end I was like, oh, points across? Hey, look how many rows I got, buddy.
Columns, diagonals. But all of this is driven by the fact you're just going rubber, paper, scissors, shoot. Right? It should not be as fun of a game as it is. On paper, it sounds disastrously bad. But man, it really comes together and is a lot of fun.
Huh.
All right, my number 3 is almost the most serious game on this list, but it's also wonky and idiotic. And it's a game that not a lot of people have played. It is in the Dice Tower library. And this is Age of Dirt.
Wait.
A game of uncivilization.
Okay.
Have you played it?
Do we have a second Dice Tower library?
So Age of Dirt has you have your own little caveman clan here, and you're trying to upgrade your technology and do better. And you do this by each turn you're secretly picking where you're going to send different people. And you might send them to the Love Hut, where they will create more workers.
Oh, okay.
Well, here's how it works. Whenever a hut is revealed, or any of the things in the middle are revealed, you throw everything into the top of that tower. It's a cube tower.
Ooh.
Now, let's say they don't fall out. Well, you might have a token that lets you use a club and hit the side of the tower so they fall out. Now, when they do fall out, you don't marry someone from your own clan. I'll be like, Joey, one of yours fell out, one of mine fell out. Are you good with this? He's like, yes, so we both get an extra person.
I like that.
I know,
this
you and me.
describes my courting ritual exactly.
Okay.
But also, there's some of those will throw a tiger or a bear into the tower, and if that comes out, it eats one of your people.
That sounds not as good.
It's hilarious. It really is. It looks like this big serious game, and it is not. But it's also good. Like you have that spear that you can use, I think, to flip that, or the drum you flip to hit and people are just hitting the tower trying to make more things fall out of it. It looks like a serious game of Civilization. It's not, but it's also not as dumb as the front of the box makes it look. I really enjoy this game. Also, just fun to be like, the Love Hut is emptied. Throw everyone into the tower. Wait, only 2 came out. What's going on in the tower? So,
Tell you when you're older. Can we Ketchupalooza this? This sounds great.
Haven't we played this live? We might. Maybe we haven't.
I thought we did back in the day.
Oh, maybe.
Old studio.
Yeah, I feel like we played this live. Well, we could catch a blues. I don't care. You guys would probably like it.
I'd be up for it.
Age of Dirt.
With the club. All right, guys. Your list up until now has just been garbage. We have not put any pedigree in this. So I'm going to bring some pedigree and some class to this.
I had a Kramer and Kiesling game.
No, we're going straight on. We're going Awaken Realms. Awaken Realms light.
You think this game is stupid and good?
Yes. You do not. You think it's stupid. You do not like this game.
I don't think it's stupid. I think it is wanting to be stupid and fine.
He is wrong. This game is great. This game is a dexterity game with discs, and this is Flick of Faith. Is that what you're thinking?
It is, and that is every game I play with flicking is always Flick of Faith.
Yes,
because I can't aim to save my life. But
no, this is when you get neoprene mat. You're flicking profits across the board. You're trying to get them to land on certain islands and spread your presence. And it's played over several eras or ages.
Sure, I just don't get how that's stupid. I mean, there's lots of games that do this.
Well, what adds the good thing about this in the middle is there's a council meeting where you get to choose your law. So you have 2 laws that you read, and everybody goes up or down. And at that point, they can say, okay, everyone has to either there's a tornado out there that's going to hit things, or you have to do it with your eyes closed. And
that's
off
right. That's
hand.
the dumbest part of the game.
Oh, it's the best part of the game.
Which fits this list.
Yeah. So you are then having to close your eyes and flip with your offhand, and then you're surprised at how many people will vote for the one that's so bad. You're like, why would you want to do this? So then it adds. You can add a larger temple. This game is enjoyable for me.
This really sounds like you're one of the, why did everyone vote up for the blind stuff?
Oh,
I did because I'm a disruptor, but...
Oh, I do. There's some convincing. And then you've got the little naval thing in the center where it's kind of like that skee ball in the corner that if you aim for and you miss, you get nothing. But if you're a good flicker. And then everything is asymmetric too. All the different gods from Zeus to... Thor to Krampus and Santa. So,
Krampus and Santa, are they in it?
Yeah, they are. They're like a little promo card.
That's why you like this.
Because Krampus?
You got horror into this one, too. I didn't even know that was possible.
That's a good point.
I was going to say Santa, you're right, Krampus. But no, it's really...
Joey Evans' top 10 dumb horror games.
This is an enjoyable game. This one is a flicking game, and it also comes out quick and goes back up. So for a flicking... I think it comes out quicker than a lot of the other dexterity games. You just roll it out and you go out. And the expansion has ramps, so it makes it even better.
You didn't show me ramps when we played
I
this.
made you play this.
You did.
And you hated it.
You didn't pull out the ramps.
I didn't have the ramps that put them together. You have
This
to,
is like the third time in his list he's like, the expansions make it good.
No, the expansions, you don't need the expansions for this.
You told me they have ramps.
We need to do ramps.
I think this game is just fine. I don't think it's that great.
I think it's great. If you like fun.
I think it's all right, but I'm gonna guess that there's a game on your list that I would lean to. I would give the nod towards. I'm curious.
No, I had some flicking games on my list.
Not a flicking game, but one that has a target.
Nope.
Name your next
No.
flicking game.
Okay.
Yeah, that should have been on my list.
Yeah, there's some. We'll talk about ones that maybe we forgot.
Oh, man, Chris. Oh, well, you're right. That's so much better than Flick of Faith.
No, it is not. Whatever they're talking about is not better than Flick of Faith. This is good.
All right, we'll talk. We'll cover just a few at the end. So. All right, my number 2 was introduced to me as a game for degenerate gamblers, and then he took all of my money.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
This game is
That
called
would be-
College.
Was it me? I don't know.
This is a game. We actually just played it 2 nights ago. It was a small card game wherein you flip over a card and you're basically playing higher or lower. This one's called Fairy. So there's a card in the middle of the
wow.
table. You have to decide whether the next card that will be revealed is a higher or lower number. But there's 2 other little twists in it that make it, I think, very good. And I don't remember if I found a picture. I did find a picture for this one. Yeah, that's right. So you have to hold your score track in your hands, like in between your thumb and your pointer finger.
Is that Joey?
No.
The hands?
No, that's someone else wearing a blue shirt. Actually, that blue shirt is coming out of the dice tower. Like those hands are the.
That is the Dice Tower played this game, and it approves of it. This is the only truly Dice Tower approved game on our list with visual proof.
And so yeah, you hold your score tracker in between your fingers here, and there's a card on the table like a 9, and so you guess like higher or lower. But there's 2 other options, right? There's 7 yellow, 7 green, 7 blue cards, so you can signify with one hand whether you think higher or lower, same color, or if you think the next card is a fairy, and you put out your fairy grabbing hand. And so 3 of the cards have fairies on them. If you guess correctly, then you earn points. If you guess incorrectly, you lose 1 point, right? And so people are I have seen 10 people standing around a table just intently staring at the card, like 1, 2, 3. So I'm going, fairy! People, guessing every which way. You flip over the card, and people just are uproariously excited about it. People are, leaning into it, having fun. Something about the fact that you hold the scorecard in your hand is so dumb, and I think that it kind of puts people in a disarmed mood. I'm not about to play a real game. I'm about to play something really stupid, and then they have a lot of fun with it. Tom feels the same way.
He loves this game.
Silence is agreement. Let's move on.
This was originally instant celebrity in Japan, and then All Play's bringing this one out. I think that, just the fun, cutesy fairy theme and everything helps too.
Very cute.
All right, my number 2,
Here it is.
which would still be number 2, because the one I forgot would have been a little bit lower, but doesn't matter. My number 2, you put on a stupid miniatures game of alien, what was it?
Marines.
Mars Attacks.
Mars
Mars
Attacks.
Attacks, yeah.
Still a real game. This one is even dumber, but better.
With Jack Nicholson?
Miniatures game. This is the stupidest miniatures game that I love. And this one is, I always forget the name of it because I call it something else, Smash Monsters.
What?
Necromonsters.
Oh,
Necromolds.
this is-
Why did I say
I
Smash
forgot
Monsters?
about
I wrote
this
Smash
one.
Monsters on my thing.
Oh, this will be on my
Necromolds.
list.
This is better than the Mars Attacks one, right?
It's really good.
This is good. I've not played this one, but I
Okay, so
know
in
that
this
it's
one,
stupid.
you get Play-Doh. So instead of having points to build your army, you get a can of Play-Doh. That's your army. And then you put it in molds and you build until you run out of Play-Doh. You then put your monsters on the board, and then you go and you fight other people. And then when you beat someone, you smush them. Yes. You have a ring that shows your emblem, and you smash it down into the table. My daughter loved that part of it. I was like, I don't know if they're going to like miniature games. I'm like, this is a gateway.
It is. And the weapons.
Well, the problem is when she starts doing that against 40K players.
Oh, I beat your thing. Hang on. Smash. Was that a Golden Demon painted award-winning miniature?
my
You shouldn't have lost. It's really fun. They had a booth at Gen Con this year.
They do. Every time.
Well, not every time, but like the last 3 or 4 years. But
They've been there
yes.
for 50 years, Tom.
Forever. Since the beginning. Okay, but also with the weapons, you can just take a weapon, and it's Play-Doh, you just shove it in their hand. And now they're holding a weapon.
Right.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, this is, if I would remember this one, this would be on my list.
You have an advantage in that you
good
have
one.
played some truly dumb games, and that you actually
I'm not
have
arguing that.
and that you actually have a memory, unlike Joey.
Yes. This one I just forgot, man. This is good.
It's one of the first ones I thought of, just because it's just so stupid,
It's
but
so
fun.
wacky, yeah.
But it's actually a decent game.
It
There's
is.
a lot of luck to it, and I think if the smashing wasn't there, I don't know that I would love the game.
No, I also don't mix the Play-Doh like they do, the animals.
That disgusted me.
Yeah, I was like, pull them apart quick.
This is why I don't actually. If you give my kids Play-Doh, you don't like me.
Right. It turns to rainbow quickly.
It's always brown.
Yes.
Always brown.
Yes.
I'm like, well, I guess here's another mold for chocolate.
Yeah. That's it. You're going to play with it.
What else can you do? So that's my number 2.
Necromold.
Necromolds. I wrote Smashing Monsters on my sheet because I forgot the name of it. I had to go look it up.
All right, this is it.
Drink
This
your
is
coffee.
it. All right, here we go. Here we go. Number 1. Here we go.
I'll drink some too.
I'm almost out. Roy, give me
This
some
is
more.
water.
All right. This right here, this is probably...
I should have drank a bang before this, but then I would have regretted it the rest of the day.
Yes, you would.
Probably.
This one is probably the number 1 on my list because I think it's the best game on my list, but every time I bring it out, the theme is stupid, the gameplay is stupid. This one also, I'm going to name drop that. Mike Heller, I walked into his house, and he had this on his shelf, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know we were this good of friends because I've got this. This is also in the library, surprisingly, which I can't believe it's still in the library. You're going to cut it eventually. I know there's no way you like
As
this
soon
game.
as you say the name, I'm cutting it.
Yeah, there's no way you like this game.
I'm really confused. You walk into someone's house, they own something, and you said, I didn't know we were this good of friends, and you just...
Oh, I didn't
Carried it
steal
out.
it. I didn't steal it. I wanted to steal it, but no, I've got it myself. This is Trimmers, the board game, and this is Terror Below.
Oh, good.
Terror
good.
Below.
Because this was recently on a list that never aired, that you only if you saw it at Dice Series, of Mike DeLisio put this on overrated games.
Okay, well, he is wrong because there's no trick taking. You know, the worms don't trick take. So it's
This is in the library because I like this game.
It's a good game. Now, it is completely random. These are good old boys that are out there trying to fight some worms, right? So they pick up weapons that they are not equipped and not trained to use, which is why when they shoot a cruise missile, they're going to roll and see where it hits. I played this and somebody's launched a missile and they roll. I'm like, it's my quadrant. What happens? And we're like, well, you're dead. So, and they come back next time.
Why are we looking at some Dutch angle of this picture? Is
I don't
that
know.
to make it look like a tremor?
I
like,
It's the worm's
This
perspective.
is this is also it. But no, this so this it's so enjoyable. It's a very tongue-in-cheek game. These things burst out and it is so random on this. And again, I was surprised to see it in the library.
Mike Heller says, I have a surprise for you on this one, Joey. I'll show you later.
Oh, see?
Interesting.
Mike Heller does like he has a general league. Yeah, and people have like tricked this out. This one kind of this one flew. This one flew under the radar. And I think because it had that first player piece, which was the big worm that wasn't even used in the game, but it was like the best miniature in there. But this is a great game. I really enjoy this, and this is what would happen if those things hit the good old boys. They jump in the back of a truck and they just start blowing stuff up. They'd probably all die.
I've not played this one.
It is
I'm
glorious.
I'm torn because I also like trick-taking games.
Oh,
But I don't know, right? What's
If
this?
you like that Fast and Furious one, it's
You
in that
gotta
same
like
genre
this.
as this.
It's in that same realm.
You're just going to
maybe.
pick up an egg, and then you're jumping across
yes.
the worm.
And the other side has like a ravine that you can ramp across and all that. So Mike had this on overrated?
It wasn't overrated
sad.
because no one talks about this game, right? It was
None
like
taken.
big disappointments or something.
You're just, you know what? Let's just move on. This is a good game. It's not going to get any better. This is Terror Below with
I just
Kevin
realized
Bacon.
we've had no crossover.
That is crazy. Okay, Necromolds would have been one.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Sure.
We'll count that.
Are we about to have a crossover?
No, I don't think so. Because
No, you're not my number one, I don't think.
It's trick taking.
my number one is the only game that I can think of that has made someone who is playing it bleed.
Okay, so this is my number 11. I thought about it.
The game is called Spiky Dastards. There's a lot of reachy, grabby games, spoons and the like, and people always talk about like, oh, what if someone with long nails scratches you? And the designer of this game said, what if that was a built-in mechanism of the game? The things that you, the things that you're grabbing as fast as you can are hard plastic.
Really?
Oh, so you've not played
I
this?
have not played this.
Okay, so the first time I ever played this, I had it in a bag because that container is ridiculous,
is
and I
go-
brought it to PAX Unplugged, and we had it on the table there, and the Murph brothers came by, and I said, let's play this. And so we played it, and everyone's like, oh, ow. And at one point, one of the brothers, Murph, he grabbed it before I did, and I was annoyed, and I was like, so I put my hand down as hard as I could on top of his hand, and then the game was on. At that point, you didn't want to win anymore.
So this is, like Roy said, this is Ghost Blitz with pain?
This is Ghost Blitz with pain, the true horror that Ghost Blitz could
They
be.
really hurt, man. I'm surprised that this was allowed to be sold as a toy. It's like Lawn Darts, the board game.
Oh, my goodness.
It is such a. I love speed grab games and stuff, but in general, they tend to be safe. They tend to be
Is
soft.
this in the library?
Yes.
Like dried blood and all over different...
Is it still, or was it cold?
Tom took it out and I took it home.
Wait, I
Yeah.
had to take it out of the library?
Yeah, Tom did take it
I
out.
was getting worried after a point for the, like,
We played it at a few too many cruises and Tom came by and was like, you guys are being a little loud. And we're like, sorry.
I think it was one time.
There was
Wow.
a person who one time used one of the pieces as a weapon. Be like, let go of it. Ugh. So this,
Yeah, we'll finish that story afterwards because it's worse than that, actually.
there's
Oh, I want to play this.
there's maybe not enough rules in the game, but no, it's so dumb and glorious.
Wow. Okay.
All right, my number one is
Here we
the
go.
greatest game ever designed.
Oh.
With the greatest graphic design of any game, you will not believe what you're about to see. And this is how I open every teach of this game. It is one of my favorite games.
Still haven't played it.
But there is no question how dumb this game is, and that is Magical Athlete. This game is just so stupid, and I love every moment of it. So in this game, you have some random characters, and you roll a die, you count the pips on that die, and then you move that many spaces around the board. First person to the end wins.
Sounds easy enough.
It's a novel mechanism, except everyone has a special ability, and those special abilities are all game-breakingly stupid.
So why is this not number one next to Brass Birmingham? I don't understand.
Because people have no taste.
Okay.
Good point. Good point.
So, like, what kind of game-breaking things? Like, what do we talk about? Slide back? What do they do?
Like switch a
Stab another
spot with
person
anyone
with
on
a
the
piece.
board, or if you land on someone else, eliminate them, or make the person in the first place go back 6 spaces, or whatever.
Really?
Yes, they're all really dumb, and I love it, and I play this more than all the other games on my list put together. But it is not a game that I would ever be like, this is a really like serious game. Like Brass, this is yeah. There's certainly many gamers who I would talk to for 5 minutes, and then I would know in those 5 minutes they're never playing Magical Athlete with me. So there's only 2 types of people I play Magical Athlete with: people who are going to love it, and people who I want to prank.
That makes sense.
So anyway, such a fun thing. So the game that I forgot to put on there was Dungeon
Fighter.
Dungeon That was on my short list.
I can't believe I missed that one.
Yeah.
I had so many games that missed my list. I had Mountains of Madness.
Did you have Beat the 8-Ball?
I did not because I figured one of you would write it. In fact, I'm surprised it wasn't on this. Mountains of
it's a good
Madness. I put Challengers on my short list.
Wow. I had Terror Meeple City or Rampage.
Shootles didn't make my list. I'm glad I made yours. The other one I was considering, and I thought about it, is Thunder Road Vendetta. It's kind of gloriously ridiculous, but it falls in the same genre of game, I think, Joey, as you're talking about with Terror Below, right?
Right. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I put on. I also had one. What I had? Bugs in the Kitchen.
Yep.
Funkoverse, because Funkoverse
I
is
had
so
Funkoverse
dumb.
on mine,
Golden
too.
Girls versus
Yes.
Rick and Morty.
I agree.
Fair. Yeah.
Poetry for Neanderthals.
I was on my short list.
Stay Cool.
Yeah.
What else did I have? Monster Crunch. Tumbling Dice was on my short list, too.
I thought about that. Wonder Bowling was also one I really considered, but
Oh, yeah, Wonder Bowling's good. Wonder Bowling's
I had
good.
Viking Seesaw.
I kind of debated with that. My thought was Wonder Bowling and Viking Seesaw are both actually fairly clean games. They're not that stupid, so to speak.
Happy Salmon. Emily says Dungeon Fighter's not stupid, it's just good. No, it's stupid. If I'm rolling a dice with my one hand and Joey's holding my wrist and we both have to jump at the same time, that's stupid. It might be glorious. Dodo's Riding Dinos is a good one.
That is good. Coconuts was on mine, too.
But yeah, Dungeon Fighter would take the place of Flick of Faith for me. I think that it managed to be stupider
I
and
agree.
better.
Which one? Dungeon Fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you need a bigger group for that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
You have to stand up.
that I agree with you.
I don't like to stand up a lot.
that. Makes it hard.
I will say Magical Athlete, I thought you had to stand up before you just described it. Now I'm back to playing it.
You've never played Magic Athlete?
No.
I teach it at every con.
I know.
I had to learn it from Greg Sherman. Thank you very much.
I thought about Snake
Thank you,
Oil,
Greg.
too. Snake Oil's a fun one.
I was careful. I try not to put too many party games because it's almost a different
It
category,
is.
and that the party games are kind of silly anyway. Someone put Sky Team.
Oh, wow.
So it's like Cash and Guns, which I also
I
considered.
thought about that one.
Yeah.
This was an easy list to come up with, a short list. I just kept searching and searching because I kept thinking, I'm forgetting something.
Right.
I'm forgetting some gloriously stupid game. And in fact, I thought of one at the very end. I had to quick run and add it. The Table is Lava.
That's
no.
a good one.
But the game isn't good.
My daughter likes it. That's not saying much.
You put me in a box there. There's
You
nothing I can
did,
say
yeah.
there. You know, I'm
Who
like,
was saying?
yeah.
Coconut's not stupid. Yeah, that's a.
All right. Well, if you have something stupid, a stupid game you want to mention it in the comments afterwards.
Yeah, put your stupid comments down there. We'll read them.
All right. Well, that is it actually for live stuff for this week.
Is it?
I
It
don't-
is.
I don't
There's
think we have
nothing
anything
live
live tomorrow.
tomorrow.
We're recording some future stuff tomorrow, and we will have more videos for you over the weekend. Don't worry. There's lots of videos going up tomorrow, Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. Then we got another week
One more week before the Dice Hour.
for Dice Hour Retreat. So we got more. We got a lot of great videos coming your way.
Lot of
We're
stuff.
reviewing Rock Hard over the weekend. We're reviewing Landmarks. Me and my daughter are reviewing I Heart Manatees.
Oh, yeah.
And so that stuff's coming. And then next week we have more reviews coming your way.
What?
More live stuff.
What?
Another top 10. A return of the RPG.
Oh, is it next week?
Yeah.
We do the top 10 and the RPG.
Gonna bring my smelly dice.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I'm bringing them.
Oh, you're the one who put Age of Dirt on the list. You inspired Joe.
That's true.
That's true. All right. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel.
I'm Chris Yee.
I'm Joy Evans.
Have fun being full of energy. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another video from the Dice Tower. Hey, you want to learn more about us, communicate with us? We have a Facebook group, we have a Discord channel, lots of different ways to get involved with the Dice Tower. And you can find that in our Linktree link below. So just click that, it will take you and you can communicate with us on Facebook, join our Facebook groups. There's lots of cool things that you can find and become part of the Dice Tower. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Tom Vasel.